Hello. So, last time in the adventure, we were working on the basic steps of going from different locations. This time, I want to work on the intermediate level pieces, specifically sections 2.1, displaying the items that are in a room when you go to it, and number 2, taking items and dropping items. This is going to be critical for whatever game we're playing. This is a nice part of the engine to have. So, let's look at our code. In our code, last time we were saying, hey, if the person wants to go, then it's time to do stuff related to the dictionary, the map that's out there, and change some things up. Well, our first thing is to say when we go somewhere new, show the items. The easiest way to do that is right here and say, oh, if I'm printing off my new place, there's that really handy function we haven't talked about down here in the rest of the code called print items. Print items for here. Okay, but that isn't the only place we go somewhere new. We also go somewhere new at the beginning of the game. So up here we say, hey, long description. We should also say print items for here. Okay, but that's a little code duplication. Let's take some time to edit print items and make it do what we want. Because here's what happens right now. Let me go ahead and run it. And we should be able to get it building up and running. Down at the bottom it says you're here, and then that function also prints off, here's the items that are here, eraser, blackboard, and desks. Go west, we're here, the location hallway has no items. That's a nice test. Let's make it look a little better for where we are. So, first thing we want to do is really take this long description out of here and out of here, those two places, and drop it down into up here. When I say print items, it means I'm going somewhere new, and I want my long description. But I'm not here anymore. I am at the location. So that's going to be my description. Here is a critical line. I'm saying go talk to location and get the items. The items are stored as a list, and that list is a list of maps, and those maps are from strings to objects. If we look back at the YAML file, the items is a list with these bulleted points. There's an eraser, a blackboard, and desks, but those are maps themselves. That's what we have to be coding for. So if it's null, I really don't want to print anything. So let's change this to be, if it's not null, then I'm going to print out, hey, here's my items. There's a lot of comments in here talking about what's going on, but the key thing is I need to go through that list with a for loop, a for each loop, and I'm going to call each thing item attributes, and then I can print off its name, and I can print off if it's portable or not. If it's portable or non-portable, I'm going to be doing that. So let's try to run this and see if that looks a little bit better. Trying to consolidate my code into one place and use a function. Let's see how that works. So, it still prints this off. Go west, go west, go north, nothing's here, go east, here they are. It still says items at this location. Well, I need to fix that. Let's go back and fix that here in my code. Where was that down in my function? Ah, here it is. I don't really need that part. And then if the item list is not null, let's go print them off and make them work. Okay, so back up here. That took care of section 2.1. displaying the items when you go to a new place. Section 2.2, collecting the items. Let's see what happens here. So I have go. I also want take. Else if my verb is equal to the verb take. It's time to take things. Now, where am I going to put them when I take them? I need to put them somewhere, and it needs to be part of this set of things that I know about. Oh, those are up here. I know about the whole places. I know about a particular location. Let's give myself an inventory. Let's give myself stuff that I have. And let's make it match. So I want it to be a list of maps from string to object. And let's call that inventory equals a new array list of map string object. Okay, I haven't used array list yet. Again, this is part of the java.utils. Let's bring that in. So this is my inventory. I have some place to put things. When I take them from a room, I am going to add them to my inventory. Great. So down here, here's my general structure. I am going to try to make sure there are things here. And let's go do that. Where did I do that before? Right here. I've got my item list coming back from my location. Here, I now have an item list, and let's go through that. We're going to say for each map string object. Let's go ahead and match our other language down there. Attributes in item list. I'm going to try to go get the thing that I'm looking for. I need to know if item attributes, hey, what's your name? Oh wait, that's an object, right? I have to cast it to a string. Once I do, I got to put another set of parentheses around it. Now I can talk to it with the string stuff. That took a little bit of work because item attributes.get returns an object. I know it's a string in there when I say name because of how the YAML file is written. And so then I can use that and I can say, hey, the lowercase equals, what if that equals my noun? I want to take things. I have to say, take chalk, take eraser. And so I have to say, hey, com dot get noun dot to lowercase. Let's lowercase them both. Okay, so if that's true, then I found it, didn't I? And I need to say at this certain spot, hey, item list. Remove item attributes. The room no longer has that thing. And where does it go? Inventory dot add item attributes. Okay, does that make sense? I can now put things in my inventory. Now this has a lot of bugs in it, and we're going to find them and fix them because there's a lot of small things that we're going to be missing. Let's try to run it here and see what happens. Okay, take eraser. Boom. Concurrent modification. I am altering my array list at the same time that I am using it. Concurrent modification. Well, that's no good. Okay, so what does that mean? I've got my for loop here. I get item attributes, but I'm removing it from item list. And item list is the thing I'm iterating over. Oh no. Well, let's actually do this as a function. And then if I get something back, here's the function I would like to write. I would like to write a map from string to object item equals find item in the item list. And then I would be able to do these two lines out here on item and item. So then I wouldn't have to worry about being inside this for loop and changing things on that for loop at the same time. I go find it, and then when you give it back to me, I remove it and add it. So feels like this stuff, let's get rid of that. Well, let's leave that there for a second. Let's put this inside a function. So let's write one down here. Private static map string object is my return type. Find item. Oh, thank you, IntelliJ. What do I bring in? A map string a list. Map string object called item list. Okay. So let's go through all of those item attributes. And then if I find it, I want to return item attributes. And if I don't find it after the for loop, I return null. Okay, something else is missing. It's like, hey, what is this com.getNoun? I don't have a com in this function. Well, let's make it a what? What am I looking for? Find this item in this item list. That's my what right there. Okay. Well, I'm close up here. Com.getNoun. That feels a little better. Let's see if I can run this now. Run. And here I want to take the eraser. Okay. Go west, go east. Huh. The eraser disappeared. There's no eraser down here. I took it. It's gone. Take the eraser. Okay, you want to take. Go west. Take the eraser. Another exception happened. Null pointer exception. Because I'm trying to find an item in a room that has no items. And what happens if the room has no items? There is no item list. If we look back over here, there are rooms out here that has a notebook in it. This is a room that has no items. And so if I ask it for its items, it's going to say, I don't have it. I will give you back null. So let's catch that inside find item. We're going to say if item list is not equal to null, then I can go ahead and try to do my for loop. If it is equal to null, then I'm just going to return null. Okay, that should catch that one. Well, the other thing, if it's not there, it's returning null, but I'm still adding null and removing null. That's a little strange. Let's not do that. If item that comes back is not equal to null, then I can remove and add like I'm wanting to. Okay. Let's try to run this one more time. Take eraser. Okay. Go west. Take eraser. It said, okay, you want to take, but no error message. That's good, but we want it to be a bit more descriptive. If we don't actually pick something up, we don't want it to look like it did. Let's go stop it and add a little bit more instruction. If the item is not equal to null, then we're going to say line taken. Else system.out.println, there is no plus com.getNoun plus here. Let's try that. Run it one more time. So take eraser, take it, take eraser. There is no eraser here because it's in my inventory. Okay, go west, take eraser. There's no eraser here. Good. Okay, so that is the take part. This is probably long enough. I'll stop it here and probably start another one on removing and dropping things.